Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Just want to talk about a few different topics in this video, a news topic, and I want to give my thoughts on a game that I've been recently playing. So first of all, let's get into the news. A PS3 emulator may be coming soon. Our PS3 has been in the works for a while, but it looks like progress is moving along very fast. The creator, he goes by the name of Neko Tekina. He's got a Patreon page and he just hit over $1,000 a month, so he is moving on working on this emulator full time now, because he did hit $1,000. The exact amount right now, he's got 257 patrons at $1,164. That's not even a lot of money, so him taking just that little bit of money and working on this full time is very impressive. I was always very hesitant of a PS3 emulator ever coming to PC, because if you guys don't know, the PS3 used a very wacky cell architecture. It actually caused a lot of developers to decide not to even release their games on PS3 and only make an Xbox 360 version early on in last generation, because the cell architecture was so hard to work with. And I believe it also caused some games that were multi-plat to look better on the Xbox 360, even though that raw power of the PS3 was ahead. The exclusives on PS3, obviously from a technical perspective, looked better than those on the Xbox 360, because for the exclusives, obviously the developers were working solely with the PS3 and not working on getting it to other platforms. And yeah, from what I heard, the PS3 was very similar to the Sega Saturn in that the architecture was just very weird. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it just seemed like to me that a PS3 emulator was a long ways out. But our PS3 looks like it's gonna be moving along. I'll leave a link to the Patreon page down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. I'm sure most of you guys have at least heard about it. It's still probably gonna be a while before it's officially out, but if we can play some of the PS3 exclusives on PC, even through an emulator, I mean, I love emulators. I play it on the PS2 emulator all of the time, PCSX2. On that specific emulator, you're able to adjust the resolution and increase it. That's a very nice emulator. It'll take a while for our PS3 to get to that level, but nonetheless, maybe it'll finally be a way for us to play Red Dead Redemption, am I right? Speaking of Red Dead Redemption, I believe that was one of the games that actually ran better on the Xbox 360. If I recall correctly, on the 360 it ran at 720p, and then on the PS3 it ran at like 566p or something weird like that. But nonetheless, the PS3 has a great catalog of games that aren't available on PC, especially some of the exclusives, Uncharted, Last of Us, and if we were able to play those through an emulator, that would be amazing. But again, it's probably a ways out before that can happen. Still, like I said, Patreon link will be down below in the description box, so you guys can check that out. There's a bunch of videos up and a general overview of our PS3. Next thing I want to talk about is this game that just released on PC called NieR Automata. Some of you guys may have played it. A lot of you guys, I imagine, have not. This is one of these Japanese games that have been making more and more of a wave on PC, but still, I think to the majority of PC gamers, they go very under the radar. But let me tell you guys, NieR Automata, this is a phenomenal game. It's a follow-up to the game NieR that was released last generation, very underrated action RPG. This game was developed by the guys that did Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Platinum Games. Those guys also did Bayonetta and a couple other titles, Vanquish. And yeah, NieR Automata is just an excellent action RPG. It has a really unique setting. You play as this android 2B. The gameplay is fluid, diverse, a lot of fun, and the port for the most part is really good. I haven't had any issues. I'm running the game at 1440p, getting 60 frames per second with a GTX 1070. I've heard some people have had some issues, but for the most part, it does seem to work really well. And there are some things you can do that will improve the performance. If you guys pick up the game, just make sure you check out the Steam community hub for the game. All of that information is on there. But if nothing else, definitely put this game on your wish list. I understand nobody wants to spend $60 on a PC game. It's just a very tough pill to swallow, dropping $60 on a game on PC when you have all these other games available for like $5 to $10. But definitely put it on your wish list, and whenever it goes on sale for like $15 to $20, check it out then at the very least. And if you're a fan of action RPGs, in my opinion, it's worth $60. It's got great music, great gameplay, visually it looks really good, the story's very unique. Just one of the sleeper hits of the year that I think is gonna go a little underappreciated, especially on PC. But definitely, if you're a fan of Japanese games, if you're a fan of action RPGs, this is a game worth checking out. I highly recommend it. It just released on March 17th, so it's only been 6 days. I believe on Green Man Gaming and a few other sites, you can find it for like $50 to $55. You're not gonna find it much cheaper than that, but yeah, like I said, very much worth it. And again, if nothing else, leave it on your wish list, and a year down the line, whenever a Steam sale happens and the game's down to $10 to $20, at that price, it'll be an absolute steal. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about the possibilities of a PS3 emulator? And if you've played NieR Automata, let me know what you think of the game in the comment section down below, because I am just gushing over the game. I think it's really great, and honestly, it's up there with the best games of the year so far. There hasn't been a lot of terrific games, but NieR Automata, Resident Evil 7, I'd easily put those at the top of the list, and I think NieR Automata has the potential to be one of the best games of the year. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you have a request for a future video, you can also leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.